Welcome to a new video where today I'm going to be showing you all how to make the best exhibits in Jurassic Evolution 2. Now, as someone that's been playing this game, well, I played the first one and I've put a decent amount of hours into this one. It's been out for a long time now. I kind of went off these games a bit for a while, but then I've come back to it over the past 6 months or so. But yeah, if you could leave a like and subscribe, that would massively help me out. And so yeah, obviously you're here because you want to learn how to make better exhibits in Jurassic Evolution 2, and that is completely fine because I still see people doing the simple, you know, just your average like little box. Like that's not even a box with I don't know, maybe some water and then trees and then a feeder and that's it. No, we do not want this. We want to be able to make this, which it's really simple. Genuinely, it is really simple. So yeah, let's pop straight into it. Right, so there are many ways you can build an exhibit in this game. And what I mean by that is, obviously you don't need to actually have a hatchery connected onto your exhibits anymore, because you can just airlift the dinos in there. But I don't know. There's some part of me. Maybe it's for the I'm just old-fashioned with these games like that, where I just like watching all of the animals pour out of the hatchery and explore their new exhibit. So the first tip that I have for all of the 2 people that are watching this is, depending on the type of exhibit you want to make, I think you should choose a certain fence. Now that is just personal. Honestly, it doesn't really matter that much, but like, it depends on the look you're going for. Like, you know what I mean. Just choose your fences wisely. So usually, if I want to build like a big carnivore exhibit, I'll use this fence, or I'll use this spiky one. I usually use this one because it looks more you know, intimidating, I suppose, and more secure. Damn, the music. This music's going crazy right now. I don't know if you can hear how loud that is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to. I might have to turn the music down. But okay, so once you have your fence, I'm gonna go for the concrete one. My second tip is, I would never like really do like a massive square. Like this, unless the only time I think like a long square enclosure like that is good is if you're doing like a vehicle tour, like, so you can sort of do it like they did in Jurassic Park, where you can go like up down. And that's actually what I'm doing on my own series. I'm building a better Jurassic Park. So if the 2 viewers that are still here, if you haven't already seen that, please go and watch that. I try to put a lot of effort into it. Anyway, enough of that. So I would always make it like an odd, not an odd shape, but like, you know, sort of like definitely a round-ish shape. So sort of like that. Like you can see here, this is a sort of like a roundish shape. That's like our little template we're going off of. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the fences, really. Going on to the main exhibit. Now, what I like to do, and what I think a lot of people would agree with me on who have played this game a lot, is the different elevations of terrain is absolutely, sorry, I thought I had something, is absolutely essential in making a good exhibit. As you can see there, I've made some mountains, sort of made it like a canyon, I suppose. Even if you don't want to do that, even if you just want to have it as a little backdrop, maybe, so you enter your exhibit, or if you want to have like your exhibit in a valley of some sorts, something like that. But I just think it genuinely, like, it just makes exhibits look a lot more alive and a lot more natural, because you don't really just want a huge flat huge flat area like this. Like, I know this little area is flat, but you know, that's fine because we've got a big tree surrounding it. We've got some rocks. We've got some water. We've got the Dinochirus scaling the mountain or the hill, whatever you want to call it. I might have done this exhibit a little bit too small, but we move. So, also, secret tip. A lot of people don't actually know how to make mountains in this game, which is fair enough because I only figured it out a couple months ago because I was watching a YouTuber do it and they were like, oh, this is how you do it. But what you want to do is you want to raise up your terrain, use the flatten, right? And honestly, it's like, if you don't know about this, and now you see me doing it, you're going to sit there and think, oh my god, it's so obvious. Of course, that's how you do it. But yeah, then you do that, and then you can raise your terrain up again, and then you can keep going as to really however tall you want. Pretty much, you can make an absolutely ginormous mountain, or you can just make like a little hill or a cliff or something. So yeah, there you go. We now have a bit of terrain elevation, which is looking very nice. Also, and lowering terrain, I actually think, can actually be beneficial at times, to just make it stand out that little bit more. Just lower the terrain a bit every now and again. Obviously, it makes it a little bit difficult to add water in, but we will come to that. All right, so as you can see here, I've expanded a little bit because I needed just a tad more room in order to fit everything in. So next tip is, honestly, I don't know why, but whenever I see people play this game and do these builds, they just a lot of people don't seem to realise that you have ornamental shrubs. I don't understand. Well, I do understand because, you know, if you're just a casual player of the game, you just want to make a few dinosaurs and boom, chuck them in an exhibit, maybe watch them break out and eat a few people. That's what I know I used to do when I first started playing the first game. But if you want to make good exhibits that look amazing, well, you got to be using the shrubs. I mean, come on, like, they just add so much more to your your exhibit, really. They just make it look a lot more alive instead of looking flat and boring and whatever. I am right now on the Germany map because, you know, just, you know, who doesn't love Germany? But depending on different maps, you're gonna have different shrubs. And that actually leads me into the next tip. Is, I cannot stress this enough, it's so important to use your environmental paintbrushes because I think they just complete it more. So if I go back to this build here, you can see, you know, I've just added some rock along the top. It makes it look more alive, more, I don't even know, it just makes it pop a little bit more, stand out a little bit more. So again, I'm going to do more of the same here. I'm going to expand the brush a bit just to run it along the top of it to make it just stand out a little bit more, and then I'm going to shrink the brush back down just a little bit, and I'm just going to chuck some, it doesn't even have to be in like a set place, just chuck it in a random place, you know, just all over the place if you want, if you're not too fussed. Of course you've got to get it down the back as well, because otherwise it just looks a bit weird. But now it kind of gives off a vibe that it's like a mini mountain / hill that's been, you know, obviously the grass has grown on it and everything. And yeah, so there you go. We have our little area here, which is looking absolutely sensational, if I do say so myself. Or it's not really, but it will do. It will do. Trust me. But right now, I am going to put. I always like doing this. I always like putting the water near the mountain. So I'm going to do a lake, sort of going here, and we're going to have the water wrap round a bit, and then we'll have like shrink the brush down, have a little stream going off here. But the one thing this is just, honestly, this bit's just personal preference. I don't really like having the shrubs in the water. The only time I like having shrubs in the water is when I'm trying to make like a swamp or something, because I think having the shrubs in the water looks really good for a swamp. It just kind of makes it look more swampy, if that's even a word. But I'm going to come back to my trusty no, that's dirt. Where is sand? There is sand. Trusty terrain brush. And I'm just going to put some sand, just a little bit of simple sand, around the outside of the lake. Again, it just makes it stand out that little bit more, just gives it that little more pop, makes it look a little bit more natural, you know, in my opinion. I've said again, I'm going to have a counter in the top of the screen or something. I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. There you go. See, it's slowly coming along. It's very slowly coming along. Honestly, though, if I'm telling you now, if there's one thing I wish that we could have in this game, it's the water that it doesn't, like, why does it all have to be on one level? It's so frustrating how all the water has to be on one level. Like, why can't it drop down, sort of like the paths can? Like, why can't the water do sort of like this? You know, where it's very frustrating. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me, but there is a Jurassic World Evolution 3 coming, so, you know, maybe that's one of the things they improve upon. Okay, so the next bit, which is absolutely crucial, is obviously trees. You need trees. I always like to surround my habitats with trees, just to sort of section them off a bit. I don't know, like, just make it look a little bit more secluded. Obviously, I've said again. There you go. We have our viewing galleries in. Next step, of course. Obviously, as well, if you do like building these types of exhibits, you can have tours going through them. I love doing the tours. I think they look amazing going through it. The one thing I would suggest when doing a tour is, like, I love doing a tour, like taking it from here and then making it go up along the mountains right at the very top, just to look over the in fact, you know what, I'm gonna do that right now, because I think, yeah, why not? This is what I mean, having a tour going. If I speed up time a bit, because they're incredibly slow. Look, I've got the track goes up along the mountain, and they'll ride up, and then actually, why not? Why don't we ride it? Why don't we see the view? It's a bit of a steep climb. Hello, madam. But it's worth it, you know. You get a nice view, or you think you get a nice view. Look, there you go. I'm on the wrong side. There, see, there you go. Look how beautiful. Okay, I'm not really making my point here, but you know, it looks cool. It looks cool. Okay, don't diss. It looks. Right, and probably onto the final part, really. Trees in the exhibit. And no, I lied, it is not the final tip. The final tip is, and I cannot stress this enough, I know I've said that about a lot, but this is one of the most integral parts to any park, to any exhibit in any park. Rocks. Rocks are crucial, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Rocks are crucial, and I like to use the random rock thing, but I know a lot of people like to do it manually, and that's completely fair enough. But just add in rocks, because they add so much to your park. Like, I absolutely love doing it, and obviously you saw around the lake at my other exhibit. I just love putting them around the edges of lakes, just there. I know that looks a bit weird, but you know what I mean. Like, just putting them around the edges, sort of like making a little bit more secluded sort of thing, you know. There you go. Just jot them round everywhere every now and again, because it genuinely does make your park look more alive. It makes it look more natural. They're so underrated, honestly. there we go. And now this part obviously doesn't look too great, but I also do like putting rocks up near the tour. There you go, like up on like the mountainside, because I think it just kind of makes it look a bit cool, you know. It's a little hill, mountain slash thingy majig. You gotta have rocks. Just chuck them down anywhere, just randomly. Honestly. Okay, I have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of what I've just chucking down the rocks randomly. You know what? No, I am. I do like it. I have used the desert rocks, but you know it's fine. Look, but even there, there's a little gap here because of the viewing gallery. No, that is a rock gap or a tree gap or some sort of decoration gap. And now look, your exhibits have gone from looking like a stinky 1x1 square to a huge tour with a mountain and a lake and a little valley, tiny thingy here, with grass and with rocks and with a little river going off the lake, with a lovely viewing gallery to see everything. You can see everything. Don't question it. With a lovely tour going round. And you know what, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other tips. I mean, to be fair, if you want to do, there is a really cool trick you can do actually. If anyone is still watching this, where is it? Will it be on attractions? How long I've played this game, I still don't know. Yes, with the monorails, you can, like, if you want to do an indoor exhibit, you can sort of line up the monorails and make. It's quite hard to do on console. But I'll give it a go. Yeah, you can sort of like, you get what I mean. Like, you can sort of like make archways or roofs for your makeshift indoor dino exhibits. But yeah, if anyone's still watching, comment down below which one out of all the exhibits I've made is your not all of them, out of these two, is your favourite. I might lean towards this one, although that part here with just the friggin' the untampered with grass is really annoying me. So there we go, looking beautiful. I'm going to add some shrubs on the actual hillside as well, because I just can. There we go. So that's where I'm going to leave it for today. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It massively helps me out. And yeah, to whoever's watching this, I'll see you in the next video.